2 Instagram posts. That's all it took. In an industry where brands spend millions chasing attention, one global icon turned a moment into a movement and a digital presence into over $13 million in value. This is the story of the V effect. When Kim TAEHYUNG arrived at Paris Fashion Week 2026, the atmosphere shifted instantly. Cameras followed his every move, fans gathered in overwhelming numbers, and social media platforms lit up within seconds. But this wasn't just another celebrity appearance, this was a phenomenon. Known globally as V of BTS, TAEHYUNG has long been recognized for his influence, not only in music but across fashion, art, and culture. Yet even by his own standards, what happened in Paris exceeded expectations. He didn't walk the runway, he didn't launch a campaign, he simply showed up, and the world responded. According to fashion analytics and media valuation reports, TAEHYUNG generated over $13 million in earned media value for CELINE during the event. What makes this figure even more extraordinary is how it was achieved. Just 2 Instagram posts. In today's digital marketing ecosystem, EMV represents the estimated monetary value of organic exposure. It includes engagement, reach, impressions, and overall digital buzz. For most brands, reaching $13 million requires weeks of campaigns, influencer partnerships, and advertising strategies. For TAEHYUNG, it required authenticity and presence. Traditional marketing operates on repetition. More posts, more ads, more visibility. TAEHYUNG breaks that rule. His influence lies not in quantity, but in impact per moment. Each appearance is rare, intentional, and emotionally charged. Fans don't just see his content, they experience it. When his Paris Fashion Week photos dropped, millions engaged instantly. Likes skyrocketed. Comments flooded in from every corner of the globe. Within hours, his name trended across multiple countries. This is what experts now define as high-density influence, where a single action creates exponential reach. The strength of the V effect cannot be explained without understanding TAEHYUNG's relationship with his audience. Unlike traditional celebrities, his connection with fans feels personal. His posts aren't overly polished advertisements, they carry a sense of intimacy, as if he's sharing moments rather than selling them. This authenticity drives engagement. Fans don't scroll past his content, they amplify it. They translate it, repost it, analyze it, and celebrate it. In doing so, they transform individual posts into global events. For CELINE, partnering with TAEHYUNG has proven to be one of the most effective strategic decisions in recent years. Luxury brands often struggle to balance exclusivity with global relevance. TAEHYUNG bridges that gap effortlessly. He brings youthful energy, global reach, cultural credibility, and most importantly, he introduces CELINE to a new generation without diluting its identity. During Paris Fashion Week 2026, this synergy reached its peak. Search interest for CELINE surged, social mentions exploded, media coverage multiplied. All roads led back to one name, Kim TAEHYUNG. The impact didn't stop at Instagram. Once TAEHYUNG posted, a chain reaction began. Fan accounts spread content across platforms, fashion media outlets picked up the story, celebrities and influencers reacted, hashtags trended worldwide. This is what analysts describe as a digital domino effect, a cascade of attention triggered by a single source, and in this case, that source was TAEHYUNG. To understand why TAEHYUNG's influence is so powerful, one must look beyond numbers. He represents a shift in global culture. As a member of BTS, he helped bring K-pop into the mainstream. As a solo figure, he has expanded that influence into fashion, art, and lifestyle. He is not just attending fashion shows, he is redefining who belongs in them. Luxury is no longer limited to traditional Western icons. It is now global, diverse, and deeply connected to pop culture. And TAEHYUNG stands at the center of that transformation. Why does TAEHYUNG generate such massive engagement? Experts point to several key factors. 1. Scarcity. He doesn't post frequently, making each update feel special. 2. Identity. Fans see him as more than an artist, they see him as inspiration. 3. Aesthetic consistency. His visuals align perfectly with high fashion branding. 4. Emotional connection. His presence evokes feeling, not just attention. These elements combine to create a level of influence that goes beyond algorithms. The $13 million EMV figure is not just impressive, it is disruptive. It challenges the traditional idea of influencer marketing. Instead of multiple influencers, large-scale campaigns, high advertising costs, brands may now look toward fewer, more impactful collaborations. TAEHYUNG represents the future. One individual, one moment, massive global reach. As 2026 unfolds, the industry is watching closely. With BTS preparing for a highly anticipated comeback, TAEHYUNG's influence is expected to grow even further. Fashion brands will compete for his presence, media outlets will track his every move, and fans will continue to amplify his impact. And the V effect? It's only getting stronger.
Paris Fashion Week has always been a spectacle of elegance, exclusivity, and influence. But when Kim Tae-young stepped into the venue, something unusual happened. The crowd didn't just react, they erupted. Fans lined the streets hours before his arrival, hoping to catch even a glimpse. Security tightened, cameras shifted direction, and suddenly the focus of an entire global event narrowed to one individual. It wasn't planned, it wasn't scripted, yet it became the defining moment of the show. This is where the V effect begins, not online, but in real life. Within minutes of his appearance, social media platforms transformed into a live broadcast of Taehyung's presence. Photos surfaced instantly, clips were shared across continents, fan edits appeared within moments, and then came the posts. When Taehyung uploaded his now viral Instagram photos, the reaction was immediate and overwhelming. Millions of likes accumulated at record speed, while comments poured in from fans, celebrities, and fashion insiders alike. Unlike traditional campaigns that build momentum over time, this was a real-time explosion. The numbers didn't grow gradually, they skyrocketed. Behind every viral moment is a force that sustains it. For Taehyung, that force is ARMY, the global fanbase of BTS. Their role goes far beyond simple support. They act as translators, distributors, content creators, trend drivers. Within minutes of Taehyung's posts, ARMY accounts translated captions into dozens of languages, ensuring accessibility worldwide. Fan pages created compilations, reaction videos, and analysis threads, extending the lifespan of each post. This collective effort transforms individual content into a global movement. It's not just influence, it's organized amplification. The fashion world is no stranger to celebrity influence, but Taehyung's impact has forced industry leaders to reconsider their strategies. Editors, stylists, and brand executives began to analyze the numbers. How could one individual generate more visibility than entire campaigns? The answer lies in relevance. Taehyung doesn't just wear fashion, he embodies it. His presence aligns naturally with the identity of CELINE, making every appearance feel authentic rather than promotional. This authenticity is what modern audiences value most, and the industry is paying attention. In today's digital age, attention is currency. Brands invest heavily to capture it, often with unpredictable results. Yet Taehyung consistently delivers high returns with minimal input. The $13 million EMV figure represents more than visibility. It represents efficiency. Low frequency, high engagement, maximum reach. This model challenges traditional marketing structures, suggesting that the future may belong to individuals who can command attention organically. Taehyung is not just part of this shift, he is leading it. One cannot discuss the V effect without acknowledging Taehyung's visual impact. His style is distinct, minimal yet striking, classic yet modern, effortless yet deliberate. Every image he shares feels curated, even when it appears spontaneous. This balance creates a visual identity that resonates across cultures. For Celine, this alignment is invaluable. He doesn't adapt to the brand evolves with him. While his impact at Paris Fashion Week is undeniable, TAEHYUNG's influence extends far beyond fashion. His preferences shape trends in music, art, photography, lifestyle. Fans often adopt his aesthetic, from clothing choices to creative expression. This ripple effect amplifies his influence across multiple industries. In essence, TAEHYUNG is not just promoting a brand, he is shaping a cultural narrative. As the event unfolded, media outlets around the world began to report on the phenomenon. Headlines highlighted his overwhelming popularity, the scale of fan reactions, and the financial impact of his presence. Journalists described him as a magnet for attention and a game changer in luxury marketing. The story was no longer confined to fashion, it became a global news topic. In a world driven by constant content, standing out is harder than ever. Yet TAEHYUNG proves that true influence doesn't come from doing more, it comes from meaning more. He doesn't chase attention. Attention follows him, and as long as that remains true, the V effect will continue to shape not only fashion, but the very definition of global impact.